You're already playing, huh?
Yeah, I'm playing. I don't care. I don't care. Welcome. Oh, hey. I have a better idea.
No. Yeah.
Me?
Yeah.
You want me to do the introduction?
Yes. Come on.
Okay.
Stand on business.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's Purre, Ideal, and Bahir.
Stand on business, huh?
Yeah, we're still in business. This is OpinionOutlaws, and we have this motto. What is it, Ideal?
The only thing that you're going to say is you're going to say that.
Exactly. And you want to say something?
There's no party like this.
Hey. Hey.
Yeah, so he meant to say that, but the only thing you cannot say is you cannot say that.
There's no party like this.
All right.
I'm about to kick it out. Jesus Christ.
All right.
Yeah. We got rid of us.
So today we are going to talk about something we talked about last week. So the reason why we're going to talk about it today. Do you want to talk about what happened last week?
Just present. Present.
Well, let me have a quick tour over there. So, as you can see us right now, this thing right here decided last time to be like, let me shout out after few minutes.
12
minutes. After 12 minutes, exact. So every time we were speaking for 12 minutes, the camera decided, bye-bye. Have a nice time. And then when we started, so basically we had the full audio, but we didn't have the video image. So we just straight up decided that we're just gonna redo the whole thing. And so, cause it would be kind of annoying to watch the podcast with like constantly having a camera check and restart and whatever. So we preferably just chose to redo the whole thing. And that's that. So what was our previous subject that our fellow viewers missed out on?
Yeah, I started with being upset. If you don't remember.
Oh yes, but you had the story like so. Now, funny thing is, I mean, we have the option of either you can like clip the previous story, the whole story. You could do that, or if you choose, you could tell the whole story right now. Yeah. Which one you want to do?
Actually,
hey, viewers will find out when the video comes out which one he chose.
Actually, it's interesting because I'm not upset anymore about that.
So clearly we go clip it.
But we can clip it for sure. We can clip it. But yeah, the last time I was upset, and then from there I segued. King of segue, by the way. I segued to the actual topic that we had last time, which was the difference it makes in the society when you have money and when you don't have money, and how money dictates people how treat you, where the equity comes in it, and all these questions were asked in the last episode. But this time we will ask the same questions in this episode, but also maybe some other questions I have thought and will have.
I mean, it's interesting with the way you just said it, that, the topic was about when you have money and when you don't. So literally, when you're broke, when you're not.
Yeah, it is. But I'm going to ask you guys first. Do you have any questions?
Well, I have pretty much the obvious question I asked last time, because last time we were talking about, was it not positivity, but after that, we were talking about equality, gender equality, and there was something else there as well. Pretty much gender equality, feminism as well.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So last time we were talking about that topic, but this time you chose to take a segue to another direction. So would you please guide me and the viewers through it? How did we end up from that talking about financial inequality?
Ooh. Like last time, I segued it in a way where the last time we talked about God damn.
Money.
This is trippy. Look. God damn.
They're already flexing, right? Look at all this money.
Look.
Social security number.
Social security number. But yeah, the last time I segued it in a way where the last time we talked about feminism, the genders, how even if this world that we are living in this society that we're living in, pushes the fact that no, there is no genders, or there's just 100,000 genders. In the real world, when shit goes south and you start to have problems, in actual problems, all of a sudden there is men and there is women. Surprisingly. And from that, I segued it in a way that how, for example, when woman is making money and man is making money, differs I would say the treatment, the behavior, and more so the look at how people judge you when a woman is making more money and when a man is making more money. That's the segue that I brought it. I don't know, did you follow up?
Yeah, sure.
Good.
Why wouldn't I?
I'm just saying.
You're just saying. Why are you saying that?
I'm just saying. I don't know. I just have this.
Just saying stuff.
Just saying stuff. Yeah. But that was the last time that we segued exactly the same way.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much. The only difference was that I used a little bit different terminology that this time. Heftier ones, as you say. But I'm going to ask you guys this way, actually. What do you suggest that would be a better way of looking at this, I would say, thing called money when it comes to value as a human being? Because last time we talked about it, but just in a gender way. And I was thinking here that many times when people ask you that, hey, what do you do? Or how much money, they don't ask you how much money you make, but they ask you what kind of job you do. So therefore they know how much money you make. So therefore they can judge you in a sense. So I'm going to ask you guys now, could this be a good thing, a bad thing? Could this be a thing that should be erased and judge people on the different things? Like, how do you guys think about this?
Rock, paper, scissors.
Paper, scissors. Who wants to go first?
Who want to go first?
So the question was that based on profession should be drawing conclusions quickly about...
It's more like, do they base their value as a human being?
On the money.
On the money. On the job that you do. If you're a doctor, do they base you as a higher value individual as if somebody who just cleans or is a server?
So people, the notion that people should be, or some people are, their value are based on what they're doing, right?
Yeah.
So is that a good thing or bad thing?
Yeah,
right?
what do you think about that?
Well, to me, having worked in multiple different jobs, every single job has their place, right, in the society, right? If we wouldn't have cleaners, we would be living in the middle of shit, pretty much. In our shopping centers, in public places, and the people don't clean even there. When you can always, in those places, some companies do those kind of gig kind of clean jobs. So I would it really depends on the first of why should it be so that your job defines your value, right? Why would it be that? Why would that be the case, right? I understand from a societal point of view, of course, some jobs generate more money. And from that perspective, that job could be more profitable for the society and for the country and maybe more bigger entities, right? But from the place of when we look at it closer, every single job, salesman, fireman, all those jobs, they all have their places. And if nobody was doing that job, we only time we would notice their importance it would be only then when nobody would be doing it, right? So where do we draw the line? Okay, so how do you really define what is important job and what is not important job? That's the question.
Yeah, I got you.
And pretty much to the earlier one, what Puri just said, I would say like this. Well, there's always some type of prejudgment on the career or whatever job you're choosing that moment exactly. Because like we say, if somebody tells you that I'm doctor, you automatically start oh, it's a respectable, it's a higher job. That person must be valuable or some stuff like that. It's a kind of like an automatic thing because we tend to respect something that is difficult. Yeah. But at the same time, it kind of has a weird way of thinking because when you think about it, sales jobs are really hard. And when you tell somebody that you're working in the sales field, they automatically have the imagery that you're a slick seller, you're a liar, you're a cheater, even though it's not. I know it too.
I know literally. I Can I get on the phone? I have had literally clients when we go there. There are some clients and you're a complete liar, and there's the other guy with me giving the sales performance, and the guy is asking me, "Is he lying?" And no. Of course you're telling you're a liar as well. So I know what you mean.
Exactly, because when you ask about the money, when you tell your career choice, example, salesman could earn even higher than like engineer, especially based on performance. And in the end of the day, it don't matter to the person asking what is your income. As long as you mention that you're a salesman, oh, you sleazy ass. Oh, that's why I'm like, it depends fully on like career, what you choose to do. That like affects on how they view about your income.
Yeah, and also the reputation of the job, like you said yourself. If you have, especially here in Finland, compared to other countries, we have very this kind of sleazy kind of reputation about sales. If you work in sales, then they're like, okay, why you're fucking people over with your job? Why you're what's wrong with you, right? Like what's wrong with you? Like, why are you doing this to yourself? Why are you doing this to other people? It's just getting a lot of hate from other people. Like that was the pre-assumption. Like I can tell, like sure. There are those kind of people there when I go to door to door, and when I go to clients there, you're just coming here with like you're forcing yourself in, you're never listening, you're a liar, blah blah blah. But there, I would say that is very rare. Until now, I get that very rarely. Most of them are very polite, very good citizens who listen to the thing, and they politely just say, "Hey, no, actually, this is a misunderstanding. We actually didn't ask you to come here." And that's completely fine. We talk about it. I might suggest, hey, do you still care to listen to it? And they might say no. And I'm okay, fine. That's part of the deal, right?
And as a segue, because this is really not the topic straight out, but as Peter said earlier, any job in the society kind of matters. And I'm not implying by that somebody just, he said any job, so I must start being drug dealer. No. Anything that moves the society forward, it matters. Even if it was a cleaner or construction or just somebody who works at a convenience store, it don't really matter.
Yeah, we're talking about jobs that are legal.
Well, legal is also something you can ban, but
that they are societally approved for the most part.
Yes, for the most part. So, and remember, it don't matter what job you're doing, as long as you're grinding on it. And just remember, anything can be temporary, so it don't really matter in that sense. But because these careers are not specifically our subject, I would like to take us back to our main subject about money. And I want to ask you guys, how do you view money? What is money to you exactly? And how, because we, at least automatically when you say money, we have, at least in Finland or wherever in European country we live, we have the connotation of when you say money or ask somebody about money, it's a kind of like a taboo subject.
Yeah.
Everybody like, oh shit, whoa. Oh, what you mean? What money? What you mean? How much I earn?
What's wrong with you?
Yeah, exactly.
Why are you asking that kind of personal question?
So
You might as well spit in their face. And,
exactly, so it's kind of like because I've seen that. So let's start with the basics and let's figure out what is the money to begin with before we like move on forward. Because some of people out there might not understand money. Like they get it's something you can deal with, but what is money?
Great question. I like this one.
Okay.
I like this one.
You want to go first? Okay. I think money is representation of what do you value really. In the end, right? Because the way you use your money is really the way it reflects. Okay, what things do you find important enough that you use money for? Do you, for example, use money for expensive watches? If you use money for that, it might mean that you value status. If you use money for physiotherapy treatment, for example, that might mean that you value health. Right. So to me, like it's really just an extension of what you value in your life, of how you want to fill your time. Right. I think that's a big philosophical thing, but everyone gets it when you give out something from yourself to get something. That's pretty much the essential thing money is here for, to get some value to your life, so that other people can keep on generating that value to other people as well.
I would more like, because that was more like what is purpose of money. But my question would be more to you, what is money itself? because we know, because like I said, that's why I mentioned earlier, when you say money, we already like have an assumption, the purpose of money, what do you do with that money or when you get it, but what is money in itself?
You
Do you know?
answer that.
Yeah, I can answer. I got you.
I know you all both know what I'm talking.
I got you. I view it as more of a tool because the purpose of money was to eliminate the compensation. Before the money was invented,
Printable money.
there was gold coins, right? And before the gold coins, it was that compensation. He has something valuable that I want. I have something valuable that he wants. I had camels, he had rugs. I'm talking about the Babylonia time.
He ain't lying. That's what I'm getting at.
You get what I'm saying? Like, and those times I didn't have some 50 euros to give it to you, right?
Here you go.
You get what I'm saying? But I had these camels that I will give to you for some rugs.
You choose camels. I don't fucking know.
Okay, camels will do.
Camels
Were actually very expensive.
They still are.
They still are.
Camel, till this day, are very like valuable things in like third world countries. Even the first world countries, they're really valuable. Like, let's not get it wrong.
You get what I'm saying?
But we don't use it the same way as we used to.
Yeah,
now we have the money.
Exactly. And to eliminate that, because it was so hard, for example, to carry, for example, camel with you all the time.
That's really hard.
Think about that. Think about it. And camel even look at you like, bro, what you doing?
Hey, you're being sold today, so shut the fuck up.
So the system was that, okay, we value that this camel is 500 euros, 1,000 euros. I don't care. The euros are now what we use. But
back then, let's say like silver coins.
Silver coins.
50
Exactly.
silver coins.
50 silver coins. And what was the rugs? Because you own the rugs. How much was the rugs?
The rugs back in the days, bro, it was crazy. Especially depending on the pattern of the rug and where it was made. If it was a Persian rug,
He's about to sell you now.
bro, the Persian rug. Y'all all know what the Persian rug looked like, cause that shit crazy. The patterns, beautiful, bueno, and that shit was costly. Like, bro, it cost more than one camel, man. That's crazy.
So Persian rug, 75 coins.
Something like that.
Let's say those are the values that people have put on the camel and on the rug. Now you cannot give, for example, 1.5 camel, right? I'm gonna be honest.
But that's very impractical.
That's very impractical, right?
What you go? Chop the camel in between and give the.
the sales meeting.
You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? And I need just that one rug. I don't need 3 rugs or 2 rugs. I just need that one rug. But I cannot give you 1 camel and a half. But I have to give you 2 camels in order to compensate that.
Which is kind of like,
So, in order for not to happen this, I carry my coins. I come to his shop and say, "Hey, I need this rug," but and you say, "I got you. How much you have?" And then you try to like sell me more, and you be like 80 coins. I'm like, nah, give me for 50. No, I cannot give you 50. Like, it's a cultural thing.
Never accept the first price.
But that was the purpose why money was invented, and that's how I view it, as a tool of interaction. Is it the right word? And now when this kind of thing happened, now the world started to become more and more digital. So all the money system became digital. And now the actual, like, how much money do we have in paper? Like, how much money do we have? Is like 5%, 10% of all the money that we have. Something like a crazy amount. Very small amount is actually cash compared to the amount or used to be the amount of digital. And it's just,
you gotta remember. Say if you have.
Yeah, and that's how I see what money is. Now, usually how it is depicted in a very like taboo way, like you said. And if I start to like say that all the root of evil is, and everybody knows what comes next, I don't believe in that. I don't actually believe in that. It's
What's wrong with you?
You talking about money? That's the devil's word.
You the devil.
You the devil word, bro. Devil.
actually what I would say sign for is that you don't ask a person how much money they have, or how much money or how much money you make. In my opinion, if you're not trying to like do a survey or anything, you're just having a chop. In my opinion, it's not polite in a sense, because I don't judge you by how much money you have or how much money you have made. I have never judged you or you. In that case, I would never be your friend, right?
Hey, what you mean by that? What you mean by that?
We are from the ghetto. We never had like big
How much
money.
money you got? Oh, you broke, bro. Can't be friends with
You see what I'm saying? Like we from the ghetto. We don't know. We don't have much
Don't
money.
say it out loud, at least.
So that's what I value, that you don't ask another person how much money they make or how much money they have. But in the other sign is that I'm that guy. Maybe that other guy will not be. I'm that guy who doesn't.
I'm him.
I'm him who doesn't judge you by the base of how much money you have. I will judge you by the base of what kind of character you have. That's it. It would be the same thing as with you, right? You're not particularly rich, and no, you're not particularly rich. I'm not particularly rich. I have freedom. Don't get me wrong, but in the sense of I can spend my money however I want. No, sir, no way.
Not right now.
No, not right now. Not right now. Maybe in 3 months, yeah.
Not right now.
Only
Hey,
3 months.
hey,
You get what I'm saying?
temporary. Everything's temporary.
Everything temporary. So that's what I believe, that it's a good rule to have, especially if you want to be a good, well-behaved human being. Don't ask people's money. don't like, exactly. Why would you in the first place?
Well, it's more like a purpose of asking, like, if it's related to something, you just don't go and, hey, bro, how much money you're making? Like, if there's a really, like you said earlier, survey or like a research, or you want to do something with it.
Or if you are, for example, in sales, it's very, very important job what I mean, like in that job, it's very important that you set clear goals. Of course, how much sales you want to make per unit, per service, whatever it is. But also you want to set goals for, salary you make. So in that case, it would make sense that you would ask, for example, from your supervisor, hey, how much money do you usually make annually, right? You don't need to know all the details, but hey, how much money you make per year, so okay, so maybe that's a bit too unrealistic for me, especially if that supervisor has been working in that career for, let's say, 10 years. It would be very unrealistic of you to set, like, let's say 100k goal for that year, since you were just getting started. So maybe from there you can try to think, okay, so what would be the monthly goal I would like to say for myself, and you can kind of reflect that on the guy, like how realistic your goal is, and go from there, right? Just so that you find a goal for you to kind of be, the goal that you find so that you want to commit to it. But pretty much for that purpose, I can see the salary being asked openly.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Hey, earlier about the money, when you said about the history, did you realize when money was transferred? Well, let's say the valuable, we chose to use coins and other like valuables as the money. Do you remember that example to have like 5 coins? You said 1 gold coin is equal to like 20 something like that. And how it moved on from that to, what, 1 printed paper is as much as 15.
Yeah.
15, because nowadays, as we said earlier, that we went from like tradable valuables like cattle, fabrics and paper, whatever, etc., to coins all of a sudden, and all of a sudden from coins we went to paper, and from paper now we went pure on digital. So basically now it's just numbers that we're like, this is how much you have in. That's just like, I just mentioned that. And quick question to that department: why? Because as we said, money is a tool. How powerful of a tool is money, and how the power of money affects our society?
This guy has come with the great questions. I see you. What?
I believe in money, bro.
Hey, well, I know you, bro. I know you. You like about money.
Hey, hold on. Hold on. What you trying to say about that, bro?
Yeah, you fuck boy.
Hey, money is money, bro. Money be moving the world, man. What can I say? So, question to y'all.
It's a good question.
I mean, you can throw it back later on.
Yeah. Do you want to answer? I will answer this. I'll say, especially now, the value of money is not that good because it.
What's the reason to that?
The reason is that because of this perpetual of money is like now overflowing in a society. Because usually when, and I have actually a book over there, The Changing World Order, Ray Dalio. It's that book. Not that. Changing World Order. And in that book, highly recommended, by the way. In this book, it explains why the certain empires and certain colonies collapse, how they rise, where does it happen. And usually what happens when they are at their peak, everything is all right, everything is good, everybody has what they need and more. But then, because of the things that are so well, they get blinded by the fact that some things are not well, because everything cannot be perfect. So what start to happen is that the debt that they have started to overcome by some place that they have are start to overflow. So what they do about because now they have to overcompensate. They start to raise the prices. When they raise the prices, now you have to make more money. When you make more money, you have to print the money. Just you think that America is the first one printing money? No, Romans did it back in the day. I don't know you know this.
I know, because they didn't actually print money. How they did it back in the days were, when they had the gold or silver coins, they tended to chop the edge of the coin. That's why we have if you've seen the old coins at all, they kind of like the form of it is not a purely circular. So they chopped the coin and mixed it with a cheaper material, which kind of devaluated the money, but it was still used the same.
Yeah. So when that starts to happen, now there's an infinite loop of money just starting to overflow, and some point it breaks, just like anything. So that's why, that's why, for example, Netherlands was before America. The higher ones in the business market. Okay. Yeah, before America in the business market, there were Netherlands.
I was expecting it to be Switzerland.
Not Switzerland. Switzerland actually wasn't until it was used as a banking system. It started to be. Was it after World War II?
Most likely.
Something like that. After the World War II, it started to be like the main place for a banking system, and then from there, it started to be this kind of place where money is just oof.
Bougie place.
I'm telling you,
Switzerland is just a bougie place.
I'm telling you, but I have some very long line of cousins. I could say from a far away cousins who live there, and they have told me that the life over there is just boring. You just go to work, come back home. Go to work, go back home. Yeah, you get a lot of money. Money is in money over there. But the life is there. It sucks. In itself, it sucks. There's nothing to do. You just go to work, come back home. When you have weekends, you don't actually have weekends because then you have to do something else. So it's this infinite loop.
So basically, we're doing the same thing.
Commercial break.
The way it dropped down. Is it recording there? Are you recording? Is it recording?
This is recording. This is a great commercial. Really awesome.
Or did the whole thing close?
Hold up a second.
Great!
Right.
Hey, how long did we get? Wait. Just wait. Oh yeah, back in the business.
Back in the business.
So, as we were speaking, what we were speaking about, because we had a quick commercial show.
Yeah, commercial show. Yeah, we were speaking about the history of money and the Netherlands. That was the business.
Oh, the
Switzerland. Yeah.
Oh yeah, like I said, bro, that's literally what we're doing right here. But we just broke.
Yeah.
We're doing the same thing in Finland, but we just broke. You just go to work, go home. If you have something else, you quickly do that during the day. Go sleep, do it again, and during the weekends, at least majority of people in this country tend to go bars, drink, get lit, and think about their life during the Sunday or go to church and then repeat it again.
Figure their life.
Hey, that's what I'm seeing right now. So
You know, the ladies come and try to find themselves, and they find themselves in bed.
he ain't even lying about that. He ain't even lying about that. I've seen that
From somewhere. I'm not gonna say it.
somewhere. That's a different subject. But yeah, hey Puru, we haven't heard from you because Irel told how he views it. So the question was earlier.
Actually, I didn't get to answer that.
Oh yeah, my bad.
But basically how important is money, and how do we value and look at the money? In a sense, I value as if that even when you have money, even when you don't have money, you still have to have a great character in you, no matter what. What's that character? Well, you're honest, you're generous, you're caring, you're kind, but also you're strong. You are ready to fight for what you believe, and you're ready to showcase what you believe and protect it. Those are the characteristics that even if you're brokest of the broke. I actually have to tell you a story about this.
There you go.
But
Your story.
end of the story. But I will let you actually answer first, and then I will tell the story.
All right. Thank you. So the question was basically how important money is, and how do you see how that reflects you, right?
Well, basically the value of money in our society and how it has affected then the value of it. Because as we spoke earlier, the money wasn't just money out of nowhere. It was valuables the transaction form just changed during the time. Went from the cattle, from all the goods to physical coins, and then from coins to cash and money, etc. And then how it kind of affected this society.
Well, just like a company's goal is to make profit, right? So that's almost like societies, but in much more wider scale, right? Yeah. Societies are built on the companies, and companies are built on sales. So basically, it's pretty much all the services, whatever is public or private, they all are based on the companies making profit, right? So so from that perspective, if you use just common sense, it is pretty damn important that you make money. But how is it now? If we're talking about it more like subjective as an experience, then it comes down to so exactly what you were talking about. What is your character? It really reflects on how do you use money? What is the thing you find important? Almost like what I talked in the beginning. It reflects your values. Yeah. So it is pretty much extension of your values. So how do you use it? How do you use this tool to create the life you want to create? Do you use the money to help other people? Do you help them up when they're struggling, or do you just use the money just to brag and flex about your? Oh, good, look at me! I have a really nice car. Exactly what she's doing. Yeah. In this context, for example, this was an example.
Yeah.
No. Look at me, But everyone gets the point anyway. So it really is dependent on how were you raised? What are your values? What is the goal? What are the goals you want to set for yourself? And those also reflect on what you value. But second question was how has it impacted the society, right? That's a bit.
Because if we think about it,
next I will ask you these questions.
Well, hopefully my question or the form of answer right now doesn't basically answer that as well. Because as we said again, the money wasn't the same type of money that is nowadays. Back then, it kind of had a real value. I would say in a sense that it was actual physical thing that we transaction you know what, you give me that chair and I will give you this. It was kind of we accepted that, okay, that's a good deal.
What happened to camels and roads?
Well,
Are they not good enough? What's wrong? There's no,
I give it.
there's
What
nothing
happened, bro?
wrong with camels.
What happened, bro?
All right, let's go back to the camels. So I say I will buy that 5 camel from you, and you can have like 15 sheep of mine. Good deal.
Forget about everything.
He said-
Let's talk about camels.
Yeah, basically it was like that. Like we kind of both agreed on the deal that we had that moment, and as Idal said, it was kind of inconvenient to like carry 5 camels with you just to go to the market, and somebody's like, "Hey, I want to buy that from you," and so on. Or example, to pay out debt on a form with a freaking. So.
From that perspective, how has it changed, right?
How has it changed and how has it affected? Because also Ideal added, well, after the question, Ideal also added that the value as well has changed, which is noticeable.
Well, to me, like with that context, I would say maybe it has become a bit more arbitrary. It hasn't. It's not that much, that you can show. Okay, here is exactly where the money, the payment comes from. Like, of course, we know, in a way, like, okay, how does that? What is the process of generating certain products or service, and there you can kind of see where the price comes from. But if we talk about money on our bank account, to me, like it's just like you said, it's a bit more like numbers. It's not like it is not like you can concretely say, okay, so this is the exact reason why it is this amount of value. I'm not really sure. I must be honest. I'm not the best person to answer this question. Maybe this is a bit out of my league in a way that I'm not the right person to answer that. But I believe that Ideal is more qualified to answer this question.
No worries. That's what we say. That's what we say. It's about opinions and how you view about it. Because, like you said, I'm also not a big economics guy. I would say, in a sense, of course, you have to have some base knowledge. But being like, money's history or etc. It's good to know the basis of it. But like, it's not like because knowing the history of money and how it works also helps you out. Because that's what runs the world right now. Because as we said, it's a tool. It's a power, in a sense, that we would say that you can use it positively and you can use it negatively as much as you like. So, But you were about to say something?
Yeah, I just wanted to add also how it has affected as a society. Because unfortunately, right now, at this moment that we speak, even in this country, the value of a human being is based on how much money they have. Unfortunately, like the value of human being is based of how much their net worth is, which don't make sense to me, in a sense that how does someone's value come from the fact that they have more money than you? That it doesn't change. It don't have any sense to me, because in that perspective, porn stars should be a lot more valuable to society than some cleaners. OnlyFans girl makes 1 to 2 million a month just by being in front of camera. It's not it's not that kind of job that it's like
Promoted that much.
not promoted, but I'm saying more of it's not difficult in a sense that how we look at, for example, construction work is difficult. It's very tough. But
It's a valuable job.
but it's difficult in the sense that you are willing to sell yourself in front of camera and you're getting all this money, but still the payment is that you can pay then all these other stuff.
$5.99.
You get what I'm saying? So therefore, you must be, in some people's logic, OnlyFans girl is much more valuable than a guy who's laying bricks. In that logic. So it has maybe rotted its purpose, like money's purpose. It has rotted the human spirit in the sense that they see it as material equals value equals human, which
That's actually true. That's true.
which in any case you can think of, you will not be here for long. The moment that you will die, everything will be gone. So therefore, how do you value yourself with materialistics? And even in the Bible and in the Quran, it states materialism is not it. It's not a good thing for you.
Yeah.
And that's why I said that society. He's a priest. I don't know,
It's funny because you talk about the money. You were talking about Bible. I was just reminded about a story from the Bible actually, and you've been talking always every time saying like to me that you're a priest. So I was reminded of the story from the Bible, and there was a story in the Bible. I remember there was this very rich guy coming to Jesus. It was coming to Jesus and asking his money. Like I think like he was like asking advice. Okay, I have, where should I go? He was having some difficulties in his life. Whatever was the context, and Jesus was like, just give all your money away.
Oh yeah, I heard that.
And that guy was like, I don't know about that. And the long story short, that guy just went away, and I think that we all kind of guess what happened. He didn't give the money away, but like this, the first time I read it, I was thinking like, okay, that's weird. Why should you all give your money away? But then I got to think about it in more deeper context that I thought it's not really about money is evil, but it's more about how you use the money, right? Because I think the teaching of that story was you should be generous about what you have, to share that whatever you have with other people, so that they get to experience the same benefits you get from that luxury that money gives you. Because in the end, why do we really get the money? It's just for the sake of ourselves. I think we are just fooling ourselves if we think that we just get money because we want money. We want money to get something for ourselves. But in deeper, when you think about it, we live for other people. So in the essence, if you're being true to yourself, in the end, you actually are getting money also to other people.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
No, I wanted to say the way Fury, he started reading the moment he said about the Bible, the Quran. Fury was.
Yeah.
I can't help myself, I'm a priest.
No, yeah, he's a priest.
He was like, I got this story.
I so rarely get to tell stories. He's our storyteller, so I saw him a chance and I had to take it.
Yeah. Hey. Amen. But will I tell the story first, or do you want to answer the questions that you?
Okay, let me get. I got you.
So the question first was that how do you view the money, and the second question was that how it has affected our society today.
Well, I would say like this, like as we tryna, how I view the money. Let's start with this. Personally, as we know, they used to tell us the stories. Money is evil, money is bad. At least if you came from family that was not that wealthy, you automatically were taught that when you become rich, you become like greedy, selfish person, etc., etc. Which I kind of get it, where they get that view, but it kind of ruins the next generation in a way that you don't aim to like make more money, because you automatically think that if you are trying to aim at making money, you're a bad person automatically. So I had to kind of like change that view a little bit as well. I mean, I don't blame y'all, parents, family members, etc. I don't blame y'all, but I get what you get that view from. But yeah, I changed it from that view to money being a power, like any other power as well, like being strong, being fast, etc. That's a power. Or having power of manipulating others to do what you want to do. That's a form of power as well. Yeah. So as any other power, you're responsible with it. And how you behave with it shows your character. So I see money as a neutral thing. It depends on how you use it and what you use it on. You could do good with it or you could do bad with it. That's simple as that. Other than that, money don't really matter. It's just, at least currently, it's just a digital form and a physical paper dash coins, which don't really mean jack shit, at least to most of us who have logical thinking. Because imagine paper money, it's just a print that has number in it and it's made out of paper. The fuck? The fuck? Why am I gonna kill myself for that type of shit? So yeah, so that's why I keep telling that before I could understand the value of it was noticeably different, because you had like a physical thing to show, like, hold up, you see this gold brick is, we all understood it was a valuable thing. But now when you show $50, we all know it's just paper. But because we have enforced a view of a value on it, like it's equal to, let's say, certain amount of TTTT, it's valuable. Exactly. Let's say just you with your fucking camels, man. But yeah. Camels. And even worse,
Let me know what is the name of this episode.
camels. And even worse nowadays that it has changed into a fucking digital form. So basically, digital numbers basically. It technically only form of it, the more zeros you have behind the number, the more valuable it is. But you don't see the value in itself. But that was. I'm just see it as a power, and if you got it, you got it. That's it. And what was the other question? The second question.
How it has affected society,
Well,
or what have you seen?
well, how it has affected society right now? Well, nowadays it's really diluted. As we said, how money loses its value. It's being constantly reprinted.
Yeah.
We don't create like more, like, how would I say? The less you have that thing, the more valuable it becomes, right? And imagine nowadays that you have it more, as you said, unlimited way, because it's constantly being printed. Yeah. It constantly also loses its value as well. Yeah. So the value of it, dog shit pretty much. And how I see it in society, well, it goes back to the earlier saying of, when parents used to tell you it's a negative thing. I could see it as well in the nowadays, because a lot of people tend to do some really shady shit for the money, because they think that the more you get it, the more valuable you become as a character. For example, stabbing their friend in the back, or doing some sleazy shit, or ruining relationship, dash community for that money, for the sake of money. And it kind of has created also a bad sense of, well, of course, grinding is always a good thing, but at the same time, it has created a weird mentality that everybody's like, I will do anything for money. I'll do anything for money. Kind of like has nullified people from being spiritual as well. That's what I would say. Like in the society, people are worshiping money than they're worshiping God. Of course, we got to drop, the big G into the subject. So, yeah, that's what I've seen nowadays. People are worshiping just...
It's funny that you say that, because literally there was a commercial coming from the radio. I was on my way back home from work, and they literally said something like the biggest religion around the world is money. Exactly. It's interesting how they even market it like that would be considered in some religions blasphemy or something like that. Like think about it, some religious guys driving the car like more religious than me, driving and listening that money is the biggest religion. Sure, I see where it's coming from, but it's not really religion, it's more institution.
Well, of course, astaghfirullah, we don't believe in that shit. But even between the religious people, funny thing it is, they technically also worship money. Because like, as I said, they have toxic mentality of, I need that money. It's all in all. If you have more money, you are like a better person or bigger person. You have power.
Are they though religious people?
But that's what I'm getting at, because outwardly people who show that they're religiously just drop a big sack of money in front of them and tell them to do something for that money. They will do without hesitation, without even second thought how it's going to affect them in the future. That's how you know how like powerful the money has become in our society, even to the person who seems to be religious. So that's why it's kind of like. But yeah, the overall point is how money has affected our society. It has corrupted us, deeply in our heart and soul. It has corrupted us. Not because the money in itself is the corruption, but how we see it and how we use it is the reason.
What kind of meanings we have given to money.
Exactly.
That has kind of turned into this twisted story that then we just project that, hey, it's all because of money, because it's easier to blame it on something else than think, hey, maybe we just fucked up at some point.
And even if we remove the concept of how we view money right now, if we even go back to the form of how money used to be, like tradable accessory,
we wouldn't play in camels.
Yeah, we would still be doing the same shit. Y'all, fuck y'all. fuck you. Fuck y'all with the camel shit, man.
Let's go.
Yeah, damn. Camel.
We should bring back camels. Make camels great again.
No. But seriously, even if you go back to the form of like smaller villages where the money is not really something that they use, they still use the tradable commodities. Yeah. they still have this similar type of effect that whoever has it more is seen as a bigger, and it can cause a little, like say, greed, jealousy, etc. Like it over time, if you have more of something that is seen valuable, will cause some tensions in it.
I guess it comes from more than with that context. It comes from the place of what kind of experiences are circulating around money, right? Like because money itself, we all know money isn't really evil, but we just we connect it with the stories that is happening around money. But then there's this situation where person A is getting more money, person B is getting money but much less, and then that guy is like, okay, fuck that guy, I want that money, and then he starts doing things which have more to do with his character than the money itself. And then we think, okay, what happened? Okay, it couldn't be that guy. It was actually the money, because money was evil. So different options.
And even from the religious standpoint, money is in itself is not the evil part, but as we see the 7 deadly sins, greed is one of them. Yeah. And greed and money usually go hand to hand. The more you have it, the more greedy you are to getting more of it. And to that, it's not about like religion is saying to you like don't have money or don't make money. Yeah. It's more about how attached are you to the money, or how attached are you to the material, because when you make money and you are not attached to the money, you tend to be like, you are much more easier to like give it to charity, help with the money others, because you don't see it as something very valuable to you. Example, why it says like you should worship God first of all before you worship any money, because you're like, bro, I'm making all this money, but God comes first, so you just...
Well, here's a question now for you guys: where does that attachment to money come from?
Quick, easy, simple question. Either. Well, it comes from us.
From cat.
In the next episode, welcome back to where this guy loses it and this guy is making good questions.
Fucking camels. Fucking camels. Yeah. But where the view comes from it to...
I mean, what I meant, like, where does that attachment to money, okay, I must have the money. Where does that come from? Like, what is the reason why you get so attached to money?
In the situation of where somebody is raised or they're born into, it affects that view automatically. Example, somebody who's born in poverty will automatically see money as something really valuable because they know it has that power to get them out of that situation and to a better lifestyle. Compared to somebody who's already born into a wealthy, somebody who has plenty of money to spend around, they don't really see that money as valuable because they already have it accessible. So accessibility basically affects how you view the money. And it goes back to what we said earlier. It's a tool. It's a power tool on top of that. So
but
attachment to it.
But I mean, like, we become so obsessed with it that we start to think so that money is actually it's not only part of us, but it actually completes us, right?
Well, at that point, you have really big issues with yourself, I would say. But like
because on attachment usually is very that usually means that it's not only about that it helps you, but it also it's something almost like it's really it completes you as well, right? So it's like you have certain percentages of yourself, but money is a final part of you.
Well, I would, at least personally, I don't know about how you're going to explain it, but personally, I would say it like this. It goes back to what we said earlier. It's a power. It's a tool. By you getting money, you will person who has that desensitized self-image will think that when you get that money, you're respected because that's how they see it. Somebody who has money has power, and by having a power, you will have respect.
Yeah.
And
without power, what would happen? There would be fear, and then of course shame, or perhaps grief as well. So it's really coming from the place, what do we want to avoid with that money? More of like, of course people won't get things, but also much more bigger motivator than benefits usually is the fear of having something you don't want to have or experience, right? So also like, the power, but also the opposite of it. Okay, what will happen if I don't get the money?
And also it's about the control, able to control things, because when you have money, as power equal to controlability, you think that you can change things. That's why somebody attach themselves, because they know when they have it. As we said, we as a society have like made that imagery. What is money? And when you understand what is, well, not really understand, but when you have that imagery of what is money and how it can affect the world, you start being like, I need it, because life situation, where are you born, literally. So that's pretty much it, but I want to hear what you see it as.
Yeah, I'm gonna start off with one thing that you said, that I am agreeing with you,
Crossfire.
but also I'm not agreeing with you. Where you said,
You cannot say that.
You agree?
no, because I say I agree because I understand that where it comes from. That's why I say that I agree with him. But also I don't agree with the fact, for example, that if you are born in a poverty, you value money more. I've seen also, for example, I haven't never been like poor, but my family was not rich at all. Like at the best, we were that low end of a medium at best. So we haven't born in a rich families, and we haven't been rich ever in a sense of like value of money. Like we haven't ever have so much money that we can do like baller stuff that go vacation where we want. Exactly. And because of that, my view of money has not been in a sense of it's valuable. Like if I got money, cool. If I don't got money, cool. I will behave exactly the same. I will still work. I will still hang out with you. I will still hang out with you. I will never treat you in a different way because I have money or I don't have money. So that's why I'm saying that I don't necessarily believe that, but I also agree in the fact that it's very common that if you are born in a poor family and you see that money can get you access to many different things, you start to value it more. You said that where does the greed come from? The obsession for money. Attachment on money. I believe that is that power thing that he explained, that control thing. When you have money, you don't think that are you having a good meal or not? Or you don't think that what kind of clothes do I wear? Or you don't think that does my family have good living? No. Those are maybe an afterthought over afterthought. Like you don't even think about those things. When you have money, you think about, okay, which car should I drive?
What color should I have?
What color should I have?
Expensive car should I have?
Yeah,
You
should
don't
I?
even think about the price tag.
You get what I'm saying? Like you just go there. I like that one, but this is more like this is better one. I don't care. I like this expensive stuff. Well, why? I have money. Like it doesn't affect you in a sense. But I believe what I believe in.
I believe what I believe.
I believe what I believe in my purest heart, that money in itself exposes to the fact that you have this distorted view of the reality of the world. There was a king, I don't know, was it? No, it wasn't Solomon. It was some king who was very wealthy, like very wealthy. And before he died, he said to the village over there that when you bury me, make sure that my hands are out of the
Coffin.
yeah, and are in a display for everyone to see in the ground. And they start to ask like, hey, are you crazy? How can we won't do that? We will just bury you in the ground and that's it. And he said like, I want to showcase that even if I had all this wealth, I never took it with me. You die. And that's why, like you said, that, or you both said the same thing, that when you have money, please be that person that you also give with that the help that people need.
With your commercial break.
Commercial break.
So today, what should we talk about?
Oh, wait a minute. Let me pause.
We didn't improvise our.
Oh yeah, that don't attach yourself to any materialistic
Yeah,
because
don't touch.
you die, you don't really take anything material with you.
No.
So attaching yourself into anything is viable.
No, because you don't need it. You actually don't need it. What you need is that food, the home to sleep, and that basically it is.
Basically.
I have a story about another king about this
How many
stuff.
stories you know about?
Oh, a lot of stories.
Storyteller.
We can
Storyteller.
make one podcast episode of stories about
We
kings.
should
About kings only.
not about
Well,
kings,
you
but
go have
about storytelling.
Go have a fire cam at the same time.
Story about camels. I
Oh
wanna hear
yeah, story about camels.
that.
Yeah,
We should make a story about
yeah.
camels.
You know how the camels
We
go.
already had a great story you were telling about us in the commercial break.
Yeah, the camel story. You know the camel when they start to like question their loyalty. Like, boy, why you putting me in this Sahara desert? You crazy? But the story goes that king, very wealthy, very rich, all the money that you can possibly think of, all the power that you can possibly think of, and he had this empty feeling inside because he just had it. Like he had the money, he had the power, he had all these things, but he had this empty feeling inside, and he saw his like a slave. Can we say like a slave? It was a slave, but they still get to get home, and they get still paid in a sense. So a minimum wage worker at that time, and he always had this smile with him, always had this kind of swag with him, and the king got a little bit jealous, like, what's going on? I want that. And the king, one day, he summoned him and said, hey, come here. And the guy stepped in front of the king, my king, what can I do for you? And he asked, like, can I ask you why you are always smiling? Why you are always in a good mood? Why you always have this swag? And the guy says that in my house where I live, I have this ball of diamond that makes me happy. And the king was like, okay, cool, I got you. He goes and buys this big ass diamond. I'm talking about money on money, like shine, flex on that thing. And he buys it, but he doesn't feel like different at all. It's the same thing. And the week goes by, and he lied to me. He lied to me. He summons him again. He said, look, I buy this diamond. Why is not making me the same as you? And the guy looks at him and says, no, you don't have the right diamond. I will invite you to my home. I will show you the diamond.
No, you don't know what.
And the kid,
There's another diamond.
like he was not in a cocky way, but he was trying to like explain that you ain't got this. And he said, I invite you to tonight in my house, and you can see. So the king was like, yeah, I got you. Go do your work. When you're done, we'll go. So he gets done. They start to walk in towards his house, and now he has this like a small house, which is like almost falling. A very bad house. But from inside, the king hears like laughing and joyfulness and playfulness and music and kids and all this. And he asks this man that, what is that noise? He said, that's my family. So they walk inside, and the lady of the house, she wasn't expecting that there's a king coming with him. So when the king arrives, everybody's like first they are stiffened, but then they start to like chill out and play around. You know how kids go. And when the kids start to like play around and they start making music and laughing and being funny and joyful and all that, the king is just in that scenario, and he is looking for that diamond ball. And then he asked the man that, can you tell me where is that diamond?
Where's the money?
And the man goes and points to his children like, this is my diamond.
You broke little shit.
You get what I'm saying?
So the king went, okay, so how much for the children?
So I'm buying them out. Each one of them, I'm buying them out.
That would be actually funny. That would be actually funny.
It sounded like somebody who would like just try it out just for the sake of trying. So,
but basically what it was that the actual joy or the actual happiness or the actual proudness that you feel or that you want to feel doesn't come from materialistic things. Maybe in a temporary way, yes, but after that temporary time, yeah, it will become a place where no,
Doesn't really do it.
doesn't really do it. No, it doesn't actually really do it. And that's how now has been replaced with you have money, you can be happy, you can be proud, you can be joyful. Well, you can be these things, but is it really worth it to have all this money, but you have lost your touch of reality? You have lost this joyfulness. You have lost all these important things that makes you as a human being, as a man. Is it that really worth it? You can answer that for yourself. I'm not going to answer that for you. So then, my question actually goes to you two guys.
Problem.
Now we talked about the actual money and value and how does it look in our society and all this. Have you seen, I've asked this the last time, I will ask this again. Have you seen in your close relationships or your friend group that when they start to make money or they have less money, their behavior or their personality change? Any camels? Any camels? Any camels?
I'll be.
Any camels?
Any camels? Not really specifically. Like I don't have like in like close circle people that would be making bank, let's say like that. No, not really. But like I've seen people, let's say like this, that have like had a slight change of like attitude when they start making a little bit more money. Like it's not like a direct like, oh, you broke. No. It's more like their attitude becomes a little bit different. Like they think that they're in a higher position all of a sudden. Kind of like what you said in, I don't know, was it this previous or even previous than that show that, you know, they base their value on the income that they have.
This episode actually.
Which kind of the botch one. So there is, let's say like this, little slight change, and of course it depends on the person and how their character to begin with. Yeah. That usually tends to like show you before they even make money that would they change. At least in person to me, I notice it beforehand because how you behave now will be amplified later on with the money because money amplifies it. Yeah. It doesn't really change person. That's what we spoke about last time. That money doesn't really change you. It just amplifies what you truly are behind the closed doors. And that I've noticed that, but it's not extreme. I haven't seen like the extreme cases where like somebody really like becomes something else and just ruins everything. So that's the issue, that I don't really have anybody like in close circle that would like give me a really good experience or good experience or like how that I could like speak about it that much.
Yeah. What about you?
Yeah, so I have had only one experience of that. This was years ago when I was doing customer acquisition, and my friend and me, we were planning some, I don't even remember what we were planning, but we were talking about some common trip we were about to take, and I was just mentioning on the side, hey, this is the amount of money I'm making, so therefore we can afford it from my side in that way. And he was like, what the fuck, you're flexing about your money and stuff like that. Okay. Jeez, okay. Okay. Whoa, calm down. I was like, okay, no, that was my point, but I think there was a bit more going on there. But anyways, that was the only time I ever mentioned about my money situation. I think that was the last time. But the thing is, here in Finland, especially, my parents told me that money isn't something, just like you said, that it's not polite to ask how much money each person is making. Because why would you ask about it unless there is a clear purpose you're asking for? Yeah. But just out of blue asking, hey, how much money you make? It's a bit rude, and it's kind of like very intrusive question to ask. So therefore, I haven't had that many like, sure, I do tell some of my friends, I got a job, and I got a new job, and they're not like asking me like, okay, how much money you make now? So, I don't think I have had that many times. The only time I had that experience yeah, that kind of backfire blew to my face, blew to my face in a way, and that was the only time. But I think it's definitely due to because there is a kind of tension about it. If you mentioned about money you make, it's automatically or easily taken as you're flexing about your money situation, especially if the other guy is or the other person is not making as much as money as you are, and they're not in a good place either. There's a huge risk that they're gonna talk about. Okay, what are you flexing about your money situation? Not everybody's going. Blah, 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 blah. They don't have the yeah.
Because I got money.
Yeah, because I'm better than you, of course.
I got money.
I got money because I'm better than you. Yeah, no, I never said that, but that's the thing. I think they assume that when you are telling it, hey, I make this amount of money, even if it's in context, they expect you that they actually what you truly think. I'm better than you because I make more money than you, even though that's not the truth. Okay, I didn't say that. I'm just projecting what other people are thinking. I'm just saying what other people might think.
Yeah, but hey, what about if you like enforce it?
Enforce it.
Like
they claim you.
they are claiming.
So the more you have, the better you are.
Yeah, and you say, yeah, what's up?
Well, that's a bit that's a bit like playing with fire. When you lose the money, if you lose the money, then they have a lot of ammunition. Like, oh, what happened to you? What happened to you? Where's the money of you? You ain't shit now. You ain't shit.
Then you reverse it, like money's not important.
You know, it's all not all about money. You know.
You remember this? You remember this?
Yeah, but I'm still better than you. So.
Yeah, exactly. Like no money, no money, yes money. I'm still better.
Man, mind games. Anyways, well, but yeah, that's pretty much the only experience I have. But I think that pretty much reasons why it's so rare for me. Because yeah, in Finland, but I think maybe in Western countries in general, I'm not sure about this, but I would say that it's pretty same thing if we go to Sweden or Norway. That
No, somebody was happy.
Someone gave me green light. Like, yeah, that's true.
You're right. And the reason behind it was because that when the system was brought, when the system was created after the World War II, and after the wars that were put here in Finland and in Sweden and in Norway, well, not really. The system that was brought was that everybody, maybe 90% of population is in this medium. Everybody is over here. No matter are you a construction worker or you administration or you a doctor, nobody cares because everybody is in this medium place where either you are at the higher end, lower, or in the middle. And when you put that kind of, I would say, system, it forces, a great example, perfect example, when you talk with the ladies, usually they are not asking the first thing that what do you do for work.
Okay. I move the plugs.
You get what I'm saying?
I move the plugs.
And I'll lay the pipe.
Straight in a minute. So you just gotta drop it like it is, bro.
And I'll come pick you up with a camel.
There is the camel again.
Hey, it's 4x4. And
For traction.
woo, and I'm just trying to backtrack that there wasn't once a moment where a woman judged me in Finland, judged me about how much money I had and what kind of attraction did she have.
Or your performance.
I don't know about that.
What are you talking about? I didn't say anything. I was talking about working performance. You brought it out.
Actually, in work,
I was talking purely about professional side of it. You brought it out about the performance. Come on, man.
Actually, I disagree on the performance side.
Okay.
Because I've seen it that when you perform in a professional setting, when you perform in your workplace, I've seen that women are much more attracted. You actually perform. You do what you're supposed to do. Yeah, workplace. I've seen that.
Where you working?
Right now?
Yeah.
I cannot tell you, brother. I cannot tell you. It's a secret.
Workplace, he said.
It's a secret.
When he works at his place and You heard the word. He works at his place
We're
and
making up stories about his virginity.
Why you guys putting me through this?
laying pipe and
Why you putting me through this? You all know I'm a virgin.
virgin. He said the last time he piped down was this year, so that's crazy.
No, that's not true.
You choose to deny the reality. Okay, fine.
Unaccepted. And you see, guys, what I've been going through.
This guy laying pipe out here. What
You
the hell?
poor guy.
The poor.
You see what I've been going through.
You said it. I'm just enforcing it. Like we said about money, it just enforces
Enforcing.
whatever you are.
So you're telling me when I have hundreds of millions of dollars, I will be like more virgin?
Hey, that's what you claim. That's what you claim.
It's really hard to believe when you talk about, when I have experience with women, then you have all these really great anecdotes about like situations with women, and then you just proclaim, yeah, but I'm a virgin.
Biggest bullshit that we have heard.
I have really hard time believing that you would be a virgin and at the same time have all this experience you have. So to me, it's really, really, really hard to believe that.
Well, it's hard also to believe that. I will not say it. But I've seen that happen where if as a guy you handle your business. Come on, man. As a guy you handle your business, because first of all, not many guys do that. Especially if you are in a workplace. I was in a convenience store for 3 years, or even in the army when I was. I saw immediately when I was handling my business and taking care of things, there was a woman automatically wanted to be around me, and they were cool and okay and calm with me. It was always like that, because they knew for a fact that no matter what, I'm a man of my word and I do my job. That's it. So in a sense, yeah, they judge you based on your performance, but they don't judge you based on how much money you make. In Finland, I haven't seen that much. But in more poorer countries, let's say in my country, for example, if you go to my country, if you're rich, you're automatically a big man. You're automatically attractive, even if you're fat and ugly and lazy piece of shit. If you are rich, all of a sudden you are fine. Which is actually sad. I will say this, it's actually sad, but it's the truth. I've seen it in more, I have never been in Sweden. I've never been in Denmark. More like layovers, yes. Norway, Denmark, Sweden, layovers, yeah. But that's not actually experience the culture. But I believe that it's pretty much the same as in Finland.
I can tell you, I have gone to Denmark, and it's pretty similar to what happens in Finland.
Exactly. So the women don't.
Sweden just has the Malby situation, the straight out war zone.
Well, so I have that kind of experience, and of course it does make sense when you have this kind of system where everything is pretty much the same for everybody. People don't get to judge you by the fact that how much money you make. It's more of a fact that how do you perform and what kind of human being are you. More of that than anything else. And in Finland, well, it's a big notion in Finland. I think in many other Scandinavian countries that when you drink with other human beings, you are instantly the guy who gets laid.
Socially drink.
Socially, yeah. Yeah, socially. You are more accepted socially. But yeah, you have something.
Well, going back to the subject of our, because we segue a little bit, but back to about money in itself. Mm-hmm. Let's ask y'all as well again, how much, because we know, in order for us to live in this society, at least, unless you want to go off grid, then that's that. But when you're living in this society, how much money should an individual earn or make, in your opinion? Is there any a bar that somebody should reach, or because the reason why I'm asking this is because every time when you see the videos where somebody is asking females how much money male should earn,
get the hell out of here.
You always hear the fantastic numbers of at least 100K and 200K and some.
Yeah. And it's not only about the amount of money they make, also the age. Like they should be around like 20 years old or 21 years old about making about that amount of money. It was funny that there was. I remember watching a similar video to yours. There was that guy that asked the questions. He had some sort of like application he was using to kind of put the data there to kind of calculate that like the likability, like the likelihood of it happening. It was something like one. It wasn't even one person. It was 0.000047, like likelihood of coming across that kind of person. Like, yeah, like you could find that guy, but the likelihood of finding it's very unlikely.
Yes. Yeah. Good question. Good question. Because all those interviews that you see, it's sad to see that what kind of distorted view of money those people have. They don't actually concept that how much money and 100K is for a regular person. Like 100K a year, it's about 8,000, 9,000 a month. About something like that.
Which is
I don't know about y'all, but with 8,000, it's a good money for in a month.
and you know how many like legal job workers earn that who are like even in Finland. Somebody to earn that much money, you know what the tax?
Yeah.
If you earn 100K a year, you are doing like you're in pretty prestige job in Finland, like pretty prestige, close to surgical, like
Facts.
surgeon or like a high status military person or something like that. So it's not a small money, but because like we said, people are really diluted with the idea at how much money a person should earn, and because the blame to it is remember when we had the podcast early this year about social media. Social media is one big player to that. Why people like view it how much money somebody should earn, and because we have the accessibility of seeing somebody's life out there in Switzerland, living the baller life with the freaking Bugatti, and all of a sudden all of us gotta earn that same money.
No.
But like, do y'all have like a estimation of how much money somebody should earn, or like have y'all had experience with like certain amount of money that okay, this is a good enough of money that somebody should manage with this?
Yes. And I'm not going to talk about my own experience, but the survey actually. The thing that was made to predict or more to determine that how much money is as an effect for a household. I don't know, maybe you have seen it, maybe you have seen it. The amount of money as a household that makes to 75K a year is that amount that happiness is at this peak. Everything is taken care of, and you have also that money that you can do whatever you want with that. Go to vacation with your family, go to eat a nice restaurant once a week, 3 times a week. Like it's very 75K a year for a household, I'm talking about. It's a good amount of money that if you strive to become like, I don't say prestige, but you have happiness and live comfortable, good life with family. That's the amount of money that as a survey, as a study was made, that's it. Because then they made this that, okay, if you make more money, does it affect? From 75K and upwards, the level of happiness didn't change at all. At all.
You just
like
have the accessibility to buy even pricey stuff, but it doesn't bring out happiness.
No, it doesn't change the happiness and the comfortability at all. You have pretty much the same after 75K a year. And the reason behind that, I believe that in that bracket, if you have that kind of money, you have taken care of everything, like food and housing and security and electricity and any kind of thing that you need to take care of. Plus, you have those comfortable things that you can buy clothes, you can go vacation, you can go to dinner, to breakfast, or whatever the case may be, and you can have this sportsman. Then you can drive your kids to hobbies, and you can have these activities that you like. It gives you that freedom. That's why I believe that after you're making more money, even if you work the same hours and even if you have the same job, it doesn't affect. So, like amount of money, what the people should strive 75K is that top. Like beyond that, if your main purpose is happiness, you shouldn't go beyond that, in my opinion. If the surveys are predicting this and your human logical mind is saying this, you have a family, 2-3 kids, more than that, it doesn't affect you. Now, after that, you're just wasting time, in a sense. That's the top. But if you are saying like just to live by, do you know that I have lived by just with 250 euros a month?
Hey, so when you have to survive, you gotta survive with anything.
You get what I'm saying? Like my rent is 360. So you do the math how I survived.
My guy was a minus. And actually, add to that earlier. It also depends on also where you live very much. Because somebody who lives in New York, I would understand why somebody should strive to get a little bit more of that. Of course, like we said, it doesn't really bring out the happiness, but the baseline of living comfortably is not the same in every country or even the cities. There's different. Even in Finland, we have difference in cities, how much money you should earn to live the same baseline. So that amount that you said could actually be even smaller depending on where you live. It could be even smaller, just purely because, example, if you live in Indonesia, bro,
75K?
you live in like king, bro. You live in like king.
Or in my country. Or in your country.
Pretty much the same amount of money, the same amount of money that we feel like we're broke with in our country that right now is the amount that somewhere in a much poorer country you would be balling out. You would be seen as a millionaire, basically.
I'm telling you,
basically. So it's also purely effects on where you live and what is the current economical situation in that country that affects on how much money you should earn to be happy in a sense or be comfortable. But Pyry, it's your great turn to tell us how much money somebody should earn. And
well, to me, it might sound a bit vague answer, but I think it's really...
You woke little shit.
You woke as bitch, what?
You woke little shit. When you started, this is going to be a little vague answer.
I'm just being honest because to me...
Did you say wake?
Vague. I mean like... Yeah, I mean like vague. The pronunciation, it was a bit wrong, but hey... what I meant by that, why I was saying that is a bit vague because I think that every single person who is, when they think about it, because it's a very personal question in a way because everyone should set their goals for themselves. What they want to make, do they want to start a family? That's a big question, right? Because if they have to start a family, then of course you need to get a bigger household, which means you need to make more money. But if you want to be living by yourself, which happens. Right, some people, for a reason, because they cannot afford a partner, or they just simply choose to live by themselves. They don't need to make that much money, right?
I'm sorry, man. You said it in a way.
I said something that you and okay.
No, you said choose. I heard Jews. And I was like, somebody Jews.
Somebody. Oh my fucking god. Jesus Christ. Jews. Somebody choose. Somebody choose to live by that. Live in the way that they want to live alone, or do. There are minimalistic people there, stoic people there, lots of different kind of people that they could have. They could have the opportunity to make the money, right? But for some reason or the other, they don't want to make that much money, or they just don't care to make that as much money because they have chosen to live certain lifestyle, and to them it could be enough. They make. Some people want to make a few people might want to make 100K per year. Some people might be okay with half of that, or even half of that, right? So it really depends on the person you're asking. What are their goals? What are their aspirations? And what for are they doing it for? And therefore, I think it's very difficult question to answer. Where is it coming from? What are the aspirations, right?
Yeah. So more individual thing.
But to me, I think it's very individual because you really cannot say that okay, everyone should make this amount of money. Of course, if there are certain pre-assumptions that they are gonna do, of course, it would make more sense. Okay, you better make this amount of money so you can maintain the household, right?
Yeah.
But it's really, if we talk about it like bigger context, we don't even know what is this certain person gonna do. Is he gonna start a family or not? Yeah. So from that perspective, I would say it really depends on the person you're asking me from, and where are they going with their life?
Yeah. Because I said household.
Yeah.
Commercial break.
Commercial break. So today on camels with issues.
Jesus Christ! Is this the now therapy show of camels?
Yeah. Today camel reality show.
The camel was living all right, and then everything went
Until
south.
there was a second. There was camel couple that came, and then there was a third one. And the third one was like, you know what, I want to be with you. And the third one was like, no. I don't sign myself into these kind of commercials. What the fuck? The guy at Camel Show. Oh, hell no. Camel Show. So you're
Yes, sir. I wanted to pinpoint what I said. Household.
Yeah.
So 2 people making money or 3 people making money.
Yeah.
So there is, and usually now when we talk about household is the husband and wife making money. So together combined 75K.
Yeah.
Not just one person, because when I say household, in household there can be 10 persons, there could be 2 persons.
I mean,
But as a man, we automatically think we got this. Of course. It's a innate thing. Even if maybe we don't know jack shit what we are doing, we still don't want to bother you with that. So we say, "I got you, girl."
I mean, too many times, bro. Too many times.
But yeah, what you think about this? About how much money? Because the videos that are surfacing when women say, "No, I need 6 figures a year," I'm like, "Girl, do you know even what kind of human being does that kind of money? Mm-hmm. What do you know what they do for a living?
Do you know even what you're gonna do with that money?
Exactly. Do you know what you can do with that money? Because, for example, do you say in 6 figures a year, some lawyer, for example, well, he's billing 16 hours a day. He's not taking breaks, and he's not coming to you after that. He wants to sleep.
He's not coming to you, bro. Don't worry about that.
Well, I'm telling you.
He busy, little bro.
I'm telling you. Think about the lawyer, for example, somewhere in New York, like you said. He ain't got time for a woman. He has time to go and...
Except secretary. What?
Damn, son. But yeah.
So the question is to me, Mandem. Let's start with you. Whoever said like 100K, whatever. Bitch, you just dumb. You just goofy. You just goofy straight up. No. But it also the reason.
What kind of camel you drive, huh?
What kind of strap it has, bro? How many wheels? No, actually, you know what? This reminds me of, back in the days we had the story with this person set up our fucking camels.
Oh, man, no.
Okay. Do I want to hear the story?
No.
When you say 4x4, I remember that immediately. It came to my mind. I was like, yo, that's crazy.
These are those things that nobody will ever know.
No, not even understand what the fuck.
Simple as that.
But yeah, back to how much money. Well, those videos kind of like bring out what I mentioned earlier about social media, how it has ruined how people view when are you going to be happy, and really fucked up sense. Like they have the imagery like everybody should be an entrepreneur. Let's start with that. Everybody should be entrepreneur. I mean, our social construct wouldn't last that way.
Everybody a millionaire?
How exactly? Because
no,
it kind of really messed up. Let's just say it like that. Instagram. Well, Instagram is usually the first one.
Instagram is used, but YouTube, for example.
But YouTube is more for knowledge. But so I would stick with Instagram. Well, the things that people put on Instagram kind of give falsify image of how the proper lifestyle should be on a person. Because nowadays they look down on you if you're striving to have a comfortable lifestyle and family. That's something frowned upon, pretty much.
But only in social media.
Only on social media.
In circles of our age, right? More of like, I don't think like in the, let's say, older generation, I don't think there is that much frowned upon.
No,
not really. Older generation has it more that you bring safety. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. And when you bring safety, everything else you're healthy, you're safe, everything else will be come to place. But this new generation, they are more brainwashed from the social media that everybody needs to be entrepreneur and millionaire. Yeah. Do you understand that if everybody was a millionaire, nobody is a millionaire? The same thing as if everybody was beautiful, nobody is beautiful.
But also on top of that, the reason why I would say older generation also kind of appreciated it differently, because back then to become a millionaire or somebody with money, it was a whole different route. You really had to do something. You had to bring out something properly. But nowadays, people technically are not bringing out things in a way, I would say, because example, drop shipping.
Yeah.
You are not really owning anything. You're just buying something from cheaper store to sell it even higher.
It's a term. It's actually a term. It's not entrepreneur, but entrepreneur. I don't know that. Do you know the term, or do you know the term?
No.
Basically, it is that you are like attached, like a symbiote. Entrepreneur that
Connecting to.
you are still making a lot of money from that entrepreneur, but you're not taking any risks. Basically that. So drop shipping, that's basically it.
And also the accessibility of making money nowadays, because people are getting paid for social media. So, of course, don't get me wrong, social media is not an easy thing. We're kind of like doing the same thing right now, but
Show the booty.
exactly. Well, let's stick with the olive.
So just to get back to the entrepreneur, right? Entrepreneur. So basically, it's just about like you take risks, but you don't really carry any responsibility about the risks.
No.
you don't have risks.
You don't have risks.
Yeah, but I mean, like you make certain decisions without any kind of risk.
You, for example, you know how drop shipping works.
Not really.
Not really. So basically, you take that product
Yeah.
and you make it the new website or a new Instagram page, and then you bring people to that page, website or the Instagram page, and then when people buy from you, from that page, basically, they are not buying from you, but they are, because of you, they are making that purchase.
Or some other company.
Other company.
Yeah.
And you are making money off of it because they are buying through you.
Yeah.
Kind of like you work
Hey,
as
so
a
you're pretty much like a marketer. Hey,
Well, basically, yeah.
In a way, you're saying, hey, here's the product, blah blah blah, because it's really great.
Yeah, and you don't.
You're pretty much an influencer, pretty much. Hey, you know what? In a way.
And you don't care if the company goes broke. You find another product, another service. You get what I'm saying? Like, you're not loyal to that. You're just loyal that what sells.
Yeah.
That's basically a drop shipping. And that's an entrepreneur that you're not taking any risk. You're not producing any product. You're not making anything. You're just putting the website on.
You're just like like I said, symbiote.
Like a symbiote, yeah.
Yeah, like.
Of course, the entrepreneur is getting like profit from that.
Yeah.
But they are getting profit from that, but it's not like it's not the same. If you're entrepreneur, you're taking all the risks. If it goes down or something like that, well, you are responsible for it.
And we're not saying that if you can do it and it's profitable, don't do it. Hey, that's good for you. Kudos to you, pretty much.
Yeah, we're not saying that it's a bad thing. I wanted to do that.
Exactly. Like that's a one way of making money, but the idea of it, because like I was trying to say earlier, the way of making money nowadays has noticeably changed compared to what it was previously. Because previously you really had to like bring out something in order for people to pay for it. Nowadays you could do social media. I mean, it's still technically the same concept, but it's much more easier in a sense because you have the access to connect with millions of people across the board.
It's a bit more saturated in a way.
Definitely now, because back in the days, especially example YouTube, when we have those early starters like, well, sir, I don't want to say names.
No names, but we all know.
Yeah, we know like a lot of like channels that started early. And you could see the progress of it, like when they started really making money through that. But what I'm trying to get with that social media has brought out like a lot of more opportunities of becoming quote unquote entrepreneur. Like you started a social media website and you made any money of it, you are kind of like quoted entrepreneur immediately after that.
Yeah, but on the other hand, even though like in the back in the days when it was harder to get somewhere because there wasn't any rules. You had less competition, but now it's the opposite because there are so many people doing it. There's that saturation, but there's the fierce competition as well.
Yeah, for sure.
On the other hand,
for sure.
Previously, you were competing, at least if you didn't make an international. Well, usually you started with local you started your business locally, and then from that you kind of like became well, not really global yet, but kind of like country wise and so on and so on, and build it. So you build it from that. But now when you do a website or et cetera, you kind of like technically become international immediately. So that's why I'm like the accessibility is much more easier nowadays. But at the same time, the competition has kind of diluted, as you said, because a lot of people are trying it out and a lot of people are kind of like copying each other. Because nobody, like, that's what I'm getting at, that there's no really entrepreneurs in a sense. Nobody's bringing out new things. They're kind of like copying what the other person is doing, and a little bit might be changing it up, but it's still the same. It's still fully the same. And there was the question behind it. Did you have a question behind it? Oh, how much money?
How much money?
How much money? So I would just simply say,
Zapakpal.
in my opinion, there's no really limit if the subject is not about happiness. The happiness, I would say, as long as the money amount like covers out all the other stressful thing, that you are secure, you have safety, you have utilities, you are able to maintain the basic human needs. That's usually covers up the happiness level. Anything above that, that's just free money. And that's what I'm saying. If you can make more money, of course, make it. As long as it doesn't like cut out from the other things, like example, that your sanity, happiness, your satisfaction of life. If it doesn't cut out from that, make as much money as you can. Because I remember, some people also making more money brings out happiness, because they know with more of that money they can help more people, not just themselves. Because now we might be speaking more of like individual, how like happiness affects individual, but some people get happiness out of their like work affecting others as well. So that's why I'm like, if you can make more money than that, be free, bro. Do it, just do it. Don't even cover yourself. So in my opinion, I don't like have clear limits, because it also depends on the country that you live in. So that's one. So basically, it goes back to Puru saying, "Amen to that, preacher."
Amen to that. Amen to that.
Amen.
So now I'm gonna ask you a segue question to that, or no, a follow-up question,
Okay.
and to you as well.
All right.
What would be amount of money monthly that you would be like, okay, I don't want to work anymore. I don't care about work.
Well, it depends on actually a few factors. The way that money comes. So does it require me to work to get that money? That's one. Because imagine you're earning, let's say 10K a month, but you still have to work for it. Then, it's 10K, but if you constantly have to work behind it, then, it is self.
Okay, I'm gonna structure this question a little bit differently. What would be that ideal place for you that I know that you like to work in a sense, but you also want to have that kind of money just like everybody else. So my question would be more that where would it be that, okay, this is the spot that,
Sweet spot.
yeah, like a sweet spot that I can make more money, but I'm happy with this.
I mean, hey, to a lot, I even go speaking as me, I'm just speaking it overall, like to some, it is as long as they can reach certain goals with that money. Like able to buy a house, able to free them, especially to a lot of niggas. No, let's be honest. To a lot of niggas, because you can see this with rappers as well. Like behind all those buying grills and all that chains, there's always that one main goal: making your parents, retiring your parents before retirement age. That's something that every niggas want to do, because appreciating your parents and so on. So I would say like this. Basically, after you are capable of retiring your parents fully without thinking about it, any money that you make afterward is pretty much whatever, at least in my opinion. And if you have a dream goal that you have had as a kid to like get, like example, parachute jumpers, that's what I was getting at. If you can buy that one thing that you always dreamed of as a kid.
You will.
Amen to that. Amen to that. Remember that, kids. You're always going to achieve your dreams. So as long as you can fulfill that dream as you had a kid, anything after that is purely just extra. So that's why I can't really say specific number of it, because to a person it depends. Because let's say you already earn certain amount that is comfortable, but you just have to earn a couple K more to exceed that. So that's why I can't really say a specific number. And did you have a second question on that?
Not actually a second. I just wanted to ask, because you asked that what would be the good amount of money that people would strive for, like a number, and then I wanted to see your views on it, that how would be for your personal case.
Yeah. No specific numbers, just something that you can like maintain life with and be comfortable, really comfortable with. And if anything happens, you are not like immediately shocked by it. Like example, let's say world event happens, you lose half of your shit or something like that. It doesn't like destroy you immediately. Like you are able to manage out of it without too much stress. That's when you know you're like comfortable and good enough. So yeah, any bitch who say 100K, yeah, I mean you can make that, but if you're searching for such a person, good luck. Good luck being single. Let's say like that.
You better work as well.
Yeah, you better be working.
Well, what about you?
I pretty much I am on a pretty similar page as Bahir is. To me, I don't either have like specific number, like how much money I want to make, like ideally at the best case scenario. Of course, for now I have certain amount of money I want to strive for right now. Like let's say 1,500 euros per month for this time. I think that's like the ideal spot I want to aim for. Right. So that I can just cover basic expenses and get the food, whatever it is. But like, yeah, but I think I agree in the same way, like as Bahit said, like if you have like very like, you have expenses coming out of blue. For example, you break your laptop or whatever, something happens. I want to have money for that as well. So that I need to, so basically so much money that I don't need to worry about money.
Yeah.
Let's just say it like that. So the money shouldn't be an issue for me to live the life I want to live, right? So I guess that means financial independence in a way.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Like I don't. It doesn't mean that I need to be billionaire or millionaire. But if I would have that option, that okay, I don't need to worry about money, I think that would be a really great position. I don't think anyone is gonna be like, you know what, I don't want that.
Yeah.
Not that many. I've of course there are people, but I think like in our society, at least in Finland, I don't think there are that many people who are gonna be, 1 million euros. No, thank you. I don't like that. I don't like the sound of that. So I think that it would be just basically as much as money it would take for me to be taking care of myself and the people around me.
Can you name like a sum, or is it just to be like that safe, comfortable?
Yeah, comfortable, but also like not just comfortable, but also do the things, and have the things I want to have.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Anything about that is just that's a power money.
Yeah.
That's a power money.
Yeah, like I think last time when we were having the same conversation, the last time we fucked the audio, and you know what, or more of like the camera fucked up, pretty much.
Fuck the audio,
Yeah. Fuck the. Anyways, what I meant to say, like last time when we had the conversation, the same exact conversation we had. Last time I was talking about it's more about like how it represents or reflects your values, right? For me, it would mean the more I get to improve myself, to be more of value to other people, right? So that I could also contribute to my parents, to my friends, and all those people around me to be the best version of myself. I think that's the main goal for me, to have more money. It's not really about like, I get more money so I can, which is some cocaine, right? Right? So for me, for me, it's more about like how I get to like, how would I say, like how do I get to the point where I can live the life I want to live, but like how do I get the point I get to reflect my values, basically. The more, the better, of course.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's interesting to hear this. I have always that I have a specific number.
Was it
100K a month without any work. So basically I'm not putting any time out of my life to get that money. And that's my for me, for a sweet spot. So no matter what happens, I get that money. No matter what happens. And why I'm saying it is because with that money, I have not only the freedom, but also the power to fix so many problems that, for example, in our country we have. With that kind of money, with that kind of power. Of course, don't get me wrong, I'm that kind of man who doesn't like to sit around. Like after, I was talking with my father about this, that truly, honestly, after a while, what else is there better to do than to work? Honestly, like there,
depending what you're working on.
like that's what I'm like. That's what I'm talking about. If you have your own thing, now you have experienced, for example, that you have been with girls and you have popped the champagne and you have done
with the girls.
No, I haven't been with the girls, but I'm just
I was
rhetoricizing.
asking who. I said who has been with the girls.
Yeah,
and then you automatically, it's surprising and interesting that you said then, I haven't been with the girls.
Yeah, I'll try because you always accuse me.
In this sentence, nobody was saying that you were with the girls, but then automatically you jumped. No, I haven't been with girls. So, Bahid, what do you think about this?
He already flopped long ago.
No, that's not true. Because you always accuse of me that this time not. But I always, every time I open my mouth about woman stuff, all of a sudden you all say no, that's not true.
Yeah, but this time I didn't need to say shit. Then you were like, no, I haven't been with girls.
Yeah, I always have to be on the defense about this because I cannot say anything.
I didn't even need to say anything. I just said who.
Yeah, and I said not me.
It's all it took.
Yeah, but I'm clarifying. I'm clarifying. It was not me.
All right.
You get what I'm saying?
Sure.
But after you have been that and traveled and experienced and whatever not, what else is better to do? If you think that hanging around all day is fun, then you actually haven't been experiencing that kind of boredom. Like just chilling. Think about it. Just being brain dead for all day. And okay, maybe playing video games for a while is fun, but after 1 hour, 2 hours, for example, personally, I'm not interested that much. After 1 hour, 2 hours, I'm done.
Have you? I don't know if you've seen video clip of this one guy who was millionaire, I guess, who forcefully decided to like take a vacation, kind of like a vacation, just chill. You know what usually people think that when you have enough money you should do, like just chill, watch movies, etc. Motherfucker did that for 2 weeks and bro couldn't because it's something, especially at that point when you're making that much money, most likely you have worked for it and you kind of put your body into a state of you're enjoying the process of it.
Yeah.
And for sure.
And being still is kind of like you're not doing nothing with your life, even though the money is still coming, but you feel like you're kind of losing purpose of it. So
and that's why I'm saying 100K, because 100K is that power move where for a fact, no matter what happens, 100K is going to come up on your check. You eyed, and you know that your family and everybody around you is eyed.
I actually got last follow-up questions to that. Okay, you said 100K, and as I mentioned earlier, what I didn't want to say specific number is because. Funny thing, Andrew Tate actually mentioned this. There's always somebody who's making more money than you and will be make money. So you said 100K. 100K a year is like what? 1,200,000? A month. Yeah, but yearly it would be like 1 million.
Yeah.
At that point, when you're making that much of money, actually funny thing is that 1 million is a small amount of money in a power scale.
Yeah.
It's kind of like we speaking about the minimum wage.
Basically.
So.
So you want to ask me that how would I do at that time? How would I make more money? Or would I be like comfortable with it?
Correction, actually. So do you mean by 100K that it's kind of like a just baseline, but you would be okay with it making more than that?
Yeah.
Okay. So
I'm that type of person that I'm
100K is kind of like
100K a month, no work, no time put in, no effort put in. Passive income, 100K, because of the fact that I know that is the amount that no matter what happens, you can, let's say, God forbid, something happens to you. You break your leg, you got a disease, you get a cancer. I hope not. But that happens. It takes a lot of money to take care of that.
What about if we say that your expenses are like closer to 200K?
I don't know what kind of expenses I have about that time.
Hey, tax is crazy.
What tax?
Hey, you know the government's looking at you.
I'm not doing anything wrong.
Hey, but hypothetically, let's say you got, because a lot of cases what happen to people when they make more money is that their expenses also go up noticeably. And let's say hypothetically after a certain period of time when you have made those 100Ks a month, on top of that, your expenses also go up. Let's say hypothetically you buy a new cars that you have to pay taxes for. Unfortunately, when we speak about European country, there's taxes behind anything. So
except few countries, but I'm not gonna name them.
We kind of spill them,
Yeah, but I have. That's why, like Trump said, the game is rigged,
and you gotta just play the,
And you have to play with those lines. Right. You like it or not. I'm not saying this in a sense of in a bad intentions. I'm saying it because if you rig the game on a purpose that you want to keep me poor, of course I will play the rigged game.
But with the 100, back to the 100K. So basically, the 100K passively should mean that if hypothetically, God forbid, something happens to you, your expenses gotta be below that on all times. Because let's say hypothetically, if your expenses are above the 100K, you would gotta be in the bare minimum situation, because the million, yes, to somebody who's not making million, it sounds like a large amount of money, but somebody who's making 100 million, 1 million just sounds like a €1 in the in the scale room. So
and the clarifying what I wanted to say is that 100K passively. So I know myself, after I've experienced, for example, traveling, I've traveled the places I wanted to travel, and I'm not going to buy expensive car. I know that for myself. I'm going to be honest. Maybe I rent it, but I will not buy. I'm going to be honest. What would I do with it?
Quote this.
I'm going to quote this and put this down. Maybe I like I said, rent it, drive it.
He said, I ain't going to buy a car, but then later you see a yacht. Hold on, what the fuck?
Yeah, yacht, it's a different thing. It's a different thing.
I might not buy with a four-wheeler vehicle, but some vehicle might be.
All I'm saying is that I'm not the type of person who will flash off even if I have all the money in the world, because I'm not interested in materialistic things.
Nice.
I'm honest about it. I still have the exact same conversation with you, no matter how much money I have in my pocket.
No. Let's say it like this, because as well, I say the same thing. I ain't no materialistic person, but I enjoy certain materialistic things. Skyline. Like vehicles, they're like, well, they're materialistic, right? Of course, but we don't attach ourselves into them in a sense. Like, they're interesting, but that's what I'm trying to say,
Yeah, and that's why I'm saying 100K, because I don't see myself ever expensive that much. Because first of all, if I'm making that kind of money, I'm not living in this cold ass place.
That's a good point.
I'm telling you straight up, I'm not living in a cold ass, dark ass place where everybody is cold. Are you crazy? Are you crazy? That's the first thing first.
You're moving out.
And nobody is staying here.
Taxes too. What the hell?
Nobody is staying here who is at the rich level, who is making big money.
That's actually true. All the really Finnish people who make really good money, they're bouncing off.
They're not here.
They live here.
I'm telling you.
Taxes.
And the second thing is that when you have that kind of money, you want to have some fun.
Enjoy the weather.
It's for fun.
You go places where you can have fun with that kind of money.
You have to have fun.
Well, he likes to.
Hey, what the hell? Hold on. Don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs. And that's why I'm saying 100K is that specific number, because without work. That's the main point, what I'm trying to say. Because if I'm making 100K a month, but I'm working 16 hours a day, are you saying yourself that you are rich? yeah, materialistically you are rich, but you don't have any free time
Yeah,
for anything.
freedom is also the currency that you're paying off for that money,
Exactly.
or actually time,
Time.
which you ain't getting back.
So that's why time is money. Exactly. So that's why I'm saying that free of work. Now, me knowing myself as a personality, I would strive for more. Even at that point that my expenses are very below to what I make. My income is here and my outcome expenses are here. Like income out.
Different idea about outcome. Like, when you said your income is here, your outcome, I had okay.
Damn.
Commercial break.
Commercial break.
The top damn camels. What do you think of them?
Fuck them camels, man. Fuck your camels.
What do you think of camels? Do you like them?
Yeah. I was talking about that because that makes the place, and I know myself that when I'm making that kind of money, I will also want to make more money. That's how it goes, like you said. And it's about come on, bro. This guy.
Yeah.
But last question.
Or was somebody answering? Peter was actually answering.
Or
something.
did you have anything?
No, I haven't.
Really? Any camels?
Camels.
Any?
But expenses and outcome income. Yeah.
Yeah, especially and outcome income. I'll never see that I can have that kind of expensive stuff just materialistically, just for the sake of I'm making that much money, just for the sake of it.
What about the yacht?
Even the yacht, I can rent it. Like I'm gonna be honest with you. Like I said, materialistic things, I don't have any like thing that I want this because it shows me that I'm rich or anything.
No, just because you want it.
Or just because I want it. I don't have anything like in particular.
Damn, you're gonna be boring rich man. I see.
You think I will be boring?
I mean, my guy's like,
I'm gonna tell best stories, so shut the hell up.
he ain't gonna enjoy booties. He ain't gonna enjoy not to flex on people, but enjoying yourself. Cause I know for damn sure. Even if nobody saw my car, I would still enjoy it, bro. That's why I'm buying it.
But that's you, brother.
Hey, Skyline be
That's you, bro. Will I be
that power?
will I be a passenger?
Yeah, if you wanna dive too.
Hey, we only live once, so whatever. That's what's up. But yeah, hey, any last thoughts? We have to wrap this up.
God bless, God bless. Of course, it was a pleasure again. Thank y'all again for the interesting conversation. I know I was bugging y'all with questions, but
That's a good thing.
somebody has to take the interviewer position sometimes.
Sometimes it's better not to me just ask the question.
Exactly. So
I appreciate that.
Hey, but yeah, it was a very interesting topic, and as we know, money, it's a hefty topic and a taboo as well, for reasons. But yeah, if you can make money, definitely make money, but not in expenses of your happiness and your relationship, let's say like that, because
Especially
family definitely. Because I mean, of course, in context of if your family is fucking up you, not to make money for dumb reasons, then that's that too bad. But yeah, and God first, not money. And what else? We had some entertaining things, bro. We had some.
Camel?
Fuck y'all, camel. God damn it, man. Fuck y'all.
Why you are against camel? What they do?
Fuck y'all.
Hump you?
Fucking dry humpers.
Like camels,
Yeah, why you don't like camels?
Fucking dry hump. Fuck off, bro.
When did you get one bottle of this?
Camera was like, you know what? My battery is done.
Yeah, so last 5 minutes. Thank y'all for listening. Comment down below, subscribe to the channel, press the like button. Don't be hasty, don't be bitch. You know what to do. And yeah, to y'all next.
Yep. You have any last words?
No.
Me neither. Do what this man said, and I hope you see you guys next time. Peace.